Whew. So I wanted to kind of just give a little brief summary of what happened. As you can see, my dress here is completely covered in blood. We have a 8-month-old Maltese, and we went to my cousin's baby shower, and we took him. It was at a park, and I had him on the leash. It was near a busy street, but it wasn't close to the busy street. It was pretty deep into the park, and my 3-year-old, she kept begging and begging and begging if they could let him off the leash, and I told them that they couldn't. They were with my 10-year-old, and my 10-year-old said, please, Mom, I'll take responsibility for him. And my gut said, don't do it. Everything in my intuition, which never fails me, allowed them to let him off the leash, and within a matter of minutes, he ran out into the street and was hit by a car. It's really interesting that when I went out to go and get him, everybody kept saying, oh, your dress. I'm like, I don't care about my dress. This is our baby here bleeding out on the street. And so I picked him up, calmed him, took him to the vet, and he's there right now. And I think the biggest thing that's getting me here is immediately everybody goes to, oh, why wasn't he watching him? Why did he let him go? And all these things. And I told my 10-year-old, you know what, David? This isn't your fault. It's not anyone's fault. It was an accident and it happened. And yes, it could have been avoided. But so many things in our lives that we do that could be avoided. Especially in this situation, I told him, if anyone is to blame, it's me, not you. Because I'm the adult. My gut, my intuition was telling me, don't let him off the leash. And because I felt bad, because they were begging that they wanted him off the leash and they wanted to run around with him, against all my better judgment, I said yes. I think the biggest thing here is we don't realize the trauma that we can push onto our children in a moment of panic, a moment of fear, a moment of sadness. The words that come out of our mouths, we have to choose so carefully, because they can damage a child for the rest of their lives and steal their innocence. We lost my goddaughter almost a year ago, exactly to the date, and my son and her were really close, and he's taken it really hard. So for our dog to get hit by a car and then him to think that it could potentially be his fault, I just hope that I can help him to heal through this, and that he releases it and doesn't hold on to it. My heart is hurting so much for him, because I know the trauma. I know what it does to you. I've been there. God, have I been there. My plea would be to all of you, it does nothing. It doesn't help the situation at all whatsoever to place blame on a child or anyone else when something like this happens, when there's a tragedy, is when we need to be very, very choosy with our words and remain 100% present in our bodies so that the parasite does not take over for us. Because the damage in a situation like this can be irreversible. Maybe not irreversible, but lasting for sure. Sending healing prayers to anyone out there experiencing any kind of tragedy or trauma, and especially to our little puppy right now. We're just hoping that we get good news. Thanks.